No one had any ideas for me. So I was lost a little bit. I wanted more, I wanted to do more, I wanted to accomplish more. I had this drive, I had this desire, but I didn't know the next step. How many of us are in that spot right now? We want more, we want to do more, we just don't really know where to put that energy. For those that didn't raise their hands, you will continue getting the same results you've gotten up to this point. So congratulations if you're happy with what you're accomplishing. I have something broken in me where I'm never satisfied with my accomplishments. We sold 580 houses last year. It wasn't 1,000. And when we sell 1,000 next year, it wasn't 2,000. And when it's 2,000, it's not 5,000, but it's not about the money that's coming from these sales. Gary Keller says it best. It's not about the money. It's about becoming the best that we can become. The best person that we can become. Everyone talks about rock stars. Oh, he's a rock star. Oh, he's a rock star. Oh, he's a rock star. I'm not impressed with rock stars. I've never been impressed with music. Sorry if you hate me for this. I never really spent a lot of time listening to music. I spent my time in the car listening to podcasts and making mastermind calls with David Osborne and Josh Smith and guys like that. But what does a rock star do? They're successful in their 20s and 30s. They do a lot of drugs. They do have lots of immoral relationships with people of the opposite sex typically. And they live this amazing life. They're freaking rock stars. But at 70, you guys seen rock stars at 70? Holy cow. That's not what I want to be. I don't want to be a rock star. They're still playing on stages at like 70 and 80 years old. I want to be in the Caribbean, British Virgin Islands on my catamaran at 50 years old.
Motorboating.
Motorboating, not sailing. Thank you for clearing that up. So the shark suckerfish model is when you have a rainmaker agent that says that they have a team, but really the team is only there to serve the purpose of the shark. And that's how most teams operate. If your team, if over 50% of the sales that are occurring on your team are occurring from the shark, from the team leader, you have a shark suckerfish model. The next model I'll talk about, which don't change the slide, but it's the CEO model, where essentially the shark eliminates himself. So what I submit to everyone is to kill the shark.
What better data to be crunching than the sales information where people have actually worked with us and bought and sold houses? How long have they been in the market before the typical buyer buys? Isn't that a great stat to know for each one of your buyer's agents? So as you're sitting down and you're recruiting, you can set those proper expectations. For us, it's 6 months. There's an incubation phase. We're pretty heavy on internet lead gen, but what we've come to find by crunching our numbers is that when people register on our website, they are just in that very beginning phase. And so we know that when we hire an agent, we can tell them, yeah, it's gonna probably take about 6 months, they're just in that beginning phase. They're, if you want to decide to buy a new car, typically you don't just go straight to a dealership and start, talking to somebody right away. You go online, you pick out your make, your color, your model, whatever you can afford. That's exactly what our buyers are doing. And so by backtracking these numbers, we're able to give them a precise amount of time, and it's of course an average, but we're able to sit down with our buyer's agents and let them know exactly now the leads that they're receiving today will start to pop in about 6 months, and everything starts to compound from there. It's a whole endurance system, So that way, when you're sitting at month 3 and one of your buyer's agents is coming up to you and saying, these leads are crap, nothing's really going, you can have the numbers to back it.
The reason we're able to convert leads at 3% is we have a specific system that we want all of the agents to follow when it comes to following up those leads. And so we meet on a weekly basis to make sure that there's no falling through the cracks. I also do a lot of the weekly trainings on Fridays that we'll hold for all of our agents as a team. We cover open houses, how to do a CMA, net sheets, all of those types of things, because it's constant training. It's a constant way to add value. And one thing that Jeff's able to do now, since he removed himself from the business, is how do we add more value? He's out spending his time trying to find out how we add more value to our agents on a week-to-week basis.
I always say, next to every successful person is the successful spouse or somebody that's been supporting the successful individual. There is no way I would have ever been able to build up Omaha's elite real estate systems to where it is today without Andy and Kevin and Matt and my 22 agents and my 7 admin staff. And they'll tell you from a cultural standpoint, I'm always building everyone up because we wouldn't be here without really all of the people within our organization. And it's important from a leadership perspective to remember that. With teams, people think to win big and to have a successful organization, you have to be surrounded by rock stars. I would actually submit the opposite. I would rather bring on people that aren't successful in the real estate space. Maybe they've never sold a house or are only selling 5 to 10 homes. And my system that they plug into, my box, if you will, that I'm going to hold them accountable to, is going to help them double their business. What real estate agent in the room wouldn't want to join up with someone that can show them a way that they'll double their business? You do 30 deals with me, you'll do 60. You do 10 deals with me, you'll do 20. Everyone's going to sign up. You want to know how to recruit? Give people enough value that they can double their business when they work within your organization. And that's exactly what we did. So people that come onto my team average 27 sales a year, making $75,000 a year US. That's not rock star numbers. No one has made, with the exception of maybe one or two, no one's really making over $100,000 or $150,000 a year. They're making 80, 90 a year. In Omaha, Nebraska, that's good money. You can live a pretty dang good life making 70, 80 grand a year. And these people are happy to do that. I don't want rock star agents. So there's a lot of ideas out there. Oh, I can't find the best agent. You don't want the best. You want someone that's going to plug in. So when you go to like your DISC assessment, for those that are with Keller Williams, you're familiar with this. I knew DISC before even Keller Williams. Tony Robbins, motivational speaker, on his website, he has a free link to the DISC test. Breaks people into 4 main personality traits. The best agents to have on your team are high IS personality traits. So if you did anything that I think would bring a lot of value after this meeting sometime this week, go out, take the DISC test, find out what you are, and then be cognizant of that when you go into recruiting. For agents that are within your organization, you want high IS personality traits. A lot of you out there that are going to be successful building a team are going to be high Ds. And then with those Ds, you're going to either have an IS or C that's your secondary dominant trait. Every team does it differently. There's no one right way. Just do it the right way for you. Build the team how you want. We'll talk today about a structure and we'll show you some really cool stuff. But then at the end of the day, build it out the way that makes you comfortable. But do it. The challenge is a lot of people just choose not to apply. They choose never to do it. And then you'll end up in the exact same place you are today. And I think most of us are here because we want to end up in a better place than where we are now.